Hello, I'm Sanu Park from Ukraine Today. Ukraine Today is a program that catch and analyze what's going in Ukraine. Today's topic is Ukraine war entering the last phase? It's been more than 2 years since Russia's full-scale invasion on Ukraine at February 24, 2022. When the war first started, world's attention was focused on Ukraine, though as time flies, it became weaker. This program is for the people who want to know more about Ukraine war, but in a short time. By knowing Ukraine war, you can also understand this war as well. Ukraine Today will start right now. At May 13, Reuters wrote an article named France Could Announce Sending Military Trainers to Ukraine Soon, diplomats say. It argues that three diplomatic sources said that France may announce its decision to send military trainers to Ukraine during a visit by Ukraine President Zelensky, which is planned to be on this week. France would initially send a limited number of personnel to assess the modalities of a mission before dispatching several hundred trainers, two of the diplomats said. Training would center around demining, keeping equipment operational, and technical expertise for warplanes to be provided by the West. They said Paris would also finance, arm, and train a Ukraine motorized brigade. The new mission would not be under EU or NATO auspices, the diplomats said. Le Monde also wrote an article saying similar stories. So, how did we come until here? Western countries have leveled up its support on Ukraine gradually. But this support wasn't sufficient to bring victory for Ukraine. One of the main reasons of failure of 2023 Ukraine's counteroffensive is lack of Western support. Macron wanted to increase its level of support on Ukraine, despite the escalation threat. His idea of sending troops on Ukraine started from 2024 February. Macron said that sending Western troops on the ground in Ukraine is not ruled out in the future after the issue was debated at the gathering of European leaders in Paris. After that, he didn't give up this idea and it was talked several times, reaching the current point. As Ukraine strengthened its effort to conscript more soldiers, such as lowering the conscription age from 27 to 25, importance of training is growing. Despite West's help on training Ukraine soldiers on outside of Ukraine, it seems it's not enough for Ukraine army. Already, June 2, Washington Post article shows that Ukraine commanders in the field say they are bracing for most of the new troops to arrive with poor training. Ukrainian commanders have long gripped about lackluster preparation for recruits at training centers. France's initiative can solve this problem, though West is worried about the possible escalation. If Western military instructors who are soldiers dies on Ukraine by Russian army's attack, such strategy can raise a question. Is NATO's Article 5 is going to be activated or not? Article 5 provides that if a NATO ally is the victim of an armed attack, each and every other members of the alliance will consider this act of violence as an armed attack against all members and will take the actions it deems necessary to assist the ally attacked. Even this strategy doesn't activate Article 5 if West deploys its own air defense system to defend its troops on Ukraine. When Western air defense system shut down Russia's missile, jet fighters, etc., Russia might consider this as West has participated on the battle. Serious escalation crisis might happen. West has tried its best to avoid war against Russia. World War III can mark the end of human civilization. Who knows what will Putin decide when he cornered? Despite escalation threat, Macron doesn't want to be limited by American red line. Also, he wants to pursue European integration. At the same time, he might be able to pass the buck to USA if the escalation crisis deepens between France and Russia. Despite US interest not to join the war in Ukraine, if serious crisis happens between France and Russia, France might not be able to hold on Russia's threat. Russia have far more nuclear weapons than France. Russia's army is stronger than France's army, and distance between France and Ukraine is far. If Russia successfully forces French soldiers to withdraw from Ukraine, Russia will gain momentum on its confrontation with West. West will be humiliated. To prevent this from happening, USA can intervene and make power balanced or at upper hand for West. On the possible escalation crisis between Russia and West, one of the countries we need to focus is Turkey. The Turkish armed forces is the second largest standing military force in NATO. When many Western countries pursued disarmament policies, Turkey continued to grow its army. With large population controlling the straits, strong army, Turkey is a key country for West to persuade to be its side during its crisis with Russia. Turkey and Russia have relatively fine relationship compared to Western Russia relationship. They both prioritize strategic autonomy. For Turkey, despite trying to be the West, it wasn't successful, which resulted as failure to be the EU member. Also, West and Turkey disagree on several issues. For example, Cyprus, Syrian civil war, Kurdish issues. These disagreements could have pushed Turkey to approach to Russia more seriously. It's a balancing act for Turkey. Though, as the delayed Putin's visit on Turkey shows that cooperation between Russia is being limited after Russia's invasion on Ukraine. Turkey also wants to help Ukraine. Stronger Russia will pose more serious threat to Turkey. That's probably the reason why Turkey sold Bayraktar TB2 drone to Ukraine even before Russia's full-scale invasion. It seems Turkey doesn't want escalation between West and Russia. Instead, Turkey wants to be the mediator for Ukraine war. Though, when the crucial time comes for Turkey to decide either be with NATO or not, Turkey will follow NATO's lead since NATO is the most important security alliance for Turkey. If France sent its military instructors to Ukraine, we might be watching the beginning of the last phase of Ukraine war, which will be the most dangerous one. Thank you for listening my podcast.